MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley.
Up past the 30, second down coming up.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Barkley.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
All the option left, it's Jones.
Yeah, he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Mayfield. He's got a man complete. Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's got to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Mayfield off the play fake.
He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
But from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like
yeah,
that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Mayfield's throw pulled in by Marshall.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it? Kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. To throw, Mayfield. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
The Giants at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Now Jones.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
after the delay of game. They're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Throwing Jones. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of...
Now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will make it 6-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll go to Barkley again, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted.
Jeremy Chin picks it off, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeau make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright.
And this is caught.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Mayfield on play action. This will be caught just inside the 10. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal. McCaffrey is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling. Geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And Mayfield just getting the play off. Quick slant, caught by Moore. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when it works out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the gun, Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Well, now they'll try the end around. The former LSU Tiger, Dante Jackson, on the stop.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Ball in a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones.
Another pass complete to Bellinger.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Jones. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal.
That's to Galladay, and he's got it. Touchdown, New York. Kenny Galladay. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
Now Jones. A final shot before break. And this is going to be caught. So they do get it. And the 2 points. Now they're back down to a 1-score deficit.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change.
He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of... They still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
That's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal.
This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Let's go.
Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
They'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way down to the 10-yard line.
85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Saquon Barkley running right. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And they'll send Williams in motion right. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 30. .43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 106 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a 1st down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep.
The wide receiver, the ball carrier, brought down right at the line. No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Giants are right back in this football game.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside of the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Off the play fake. Jones on the move to his left.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
His throw incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A handoff to Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Derek Brown drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a line. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
So a pretty wild turn of events there. Instead of a sure 3 points, it's 6 the other direction.
And if you're kicking in the NFL, that should be pretty much automatic, but I don't think that's on him at all. The protection broke down. That led to the block.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Jones. Got a man, Slayton. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Here's Jones. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. To throw is Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They go play action. Mayfield rolling to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And he
He's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Wide open, it's Marshall, complete. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Panthers 33, Giants 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, he's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Tommy Trimble, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Panthers 40, Giants 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
He's got him in, complete, past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. DJ Chark, an even 90 yards.
And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
He's at the 50, the 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Carolina, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.
Talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a care, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game.